Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenny. I'm a mama of a 4 and 2-year-old, Koa and Leilani, that I love with my whole heart. I am a partner to Sean Nolan, and I'm also a writer and a podcast host of Ritual of Wild. As well, I am a student of somatic therapy. Welcome to my channel. I make videos on the intersection of motherhood, creativity, and my journey as a student, as well as how all of this weaves together and takes shape in my everyday life. I often say that life happens in the mundane. There's a beautiful quote that I love by Cory Muscura, and he says, the biggest downfall of our humanity is that we can mistake this moment as less important than any other one we're placing our attention on. And although that quote is not word for word accurate, I'll put the accurate version of it in my show notes. I think about that all the time, how we quickly want to rush past the mundane, thinking that there's nothing happening here, or what's happening here is irrelevant compared to the invisible task list that we have living inside our head, or in something that already happened that has no relevance to what is available to us in this now moment. And poetry has been a portal in which I have been able to be inspired by even the challenges, especially the challenges in my life, and allow it to be this place where I'm able to weave with words my own processing of my inner scape. And so this morning, my partner sent me a text of a memory that popped up on his phone from a trip we took together in Mexico before we became parents. And it was probably before we even considered becoming parents. And in this photo, we're on the Pacific Ocean. I'm kissing a fish because I used to love fishing. And I just look wild and free. My hair is like blowing in the wind. My body is so different and shaped different from before becoming pregnant, and just leaning into this season of my life. Every mother knows everything gets stretched after pregnancy. And looking at that photo, my response to him was like, wow, look at me, so free. Oh, to be that free again. But then as soon as those words came out, the reaction and sensation that I felt in my body was one as such that was griefy, like sad. Because yes, while I was free and we both didn't have the responsibility of a mortgage and kids and all the things that we have now, I don't think I was actually free. My partner and I were a lot younger, and we were so in love, but also, and we are still so in love, but back then so blindly in love that we almost kept to ourselves individually in our own ways of wanting to feel and look a certain way to showcase to the other person that we are indeed the best life partner option for them. And we were younger with more space in our mind and in our timeline, like in our schedules, just to do whatever we want. So yes, while one might define that as a certain type of freedom, the grief I was feeling was for that version of myself that truly wasn't free because I had attachment issues and was tiptoeing around who I thought I needed to be to maintain a certain degree of our relationship. And Sean and I have been through the wild wave of a gnarly ride of ambivalence at the start and our own baggage from before we came together in relationship. And I'm really proud of what we've created and how far we've come. And that's another thing about the iterations of our life is we're often so focused on a moment that isn't this one that we forget to orient to the fact of how far we've actually come. While you're busy tending to your creations and everything that inspires you, that's important energy. As well, do we revere and give appreciation and gratitude and reverence for the bodies that hold us in the whole journey? We only get one, and I freaking love my body. I freaking love the woman I am this day. And in my yoga class this morning, we were doing this pose where you had to do chin to heart, and it was like a warrior, but the terminology I never remember. But in every moment that I brought my head down, I got a perfect view of my stomach, which is soft and not as like in shape as it was. And all I could feel was like, I just get chills, but oh my God, like the love I have for my body and what it's held and it grew my babies. Like organs had to reorganize their space to make space for the flesh that we created through our love. And it blows my mind. And so when I was looking at this photo of myself from 6 years ago, I think it was, I thought I was free, but I just had this moment of actually, no, I'm the most free I've ever been right now. Right now, in the beautiful ruin and miracle of being alive with the conscious awareness of what a gift it is to have breath and just be in this moment, sharing this message with whomever is on the other side of it. And it was like a moment of elation for connecting with that version of Jenny before children who I have so much love for, but truly coming down to my knees and being humbled by the woman I am today, this Jenny that continues to choose love and that continues to move towards and be with what my partner and I create through our sacred love with each other. A love that has not one captain of the ship, but two. And I often say with my partner and I, we never fell in love, even though it felt like that. Our love story is more like one where it's a rising in love, where we have built it brick by brick. We have tilled the soil of what our baggage came with, and we're so proud of that. And I look forward to sharing that story for you in another video one day. But I brought myself to the mat at home, these jujitsu mats that my partner put down for our kids to play. And I was just giving gratitude for this moment, and words flew out of my mouth. So I want to share what the poetry brought through for me while holding in my heart the Jenny from 6 years ago to the 41-year-old woman I am today, so proudly like a mother to my children and stewarding the creation of what is alive in my heart and wanting to offer that to women and mothers out there as well, and to any human that can connect with the journey that I'm on. Being 41 and starting over and creating something that you have no idea is going to land is really effing wild. And what's different about this time around is I have more agency and awareness through which I can be involved and cultivate the trust and choices that I choose to make in this body and how it feels according to me, and that the external world and how it lands and what people think of me and everyone's going to have an opinion just doesn't have as much weight anymore, because truth be told, that will always be there. And when we give ourselves the space to tend to our body and how it speaks to us, it's so sacred and special and fun and surprising in lots of ways. And it's full of little miracles, even when it's hard. So I just want to share this poem with you. And thank you so much for being here. And if you haven't liked and subscribed to my channel, please do. It really is such an honor to be on the other side of this video, sharing my most precious resource of time with you. And likewise for you, sharing your most precious resource of time with me. And it is my living prayer, my heart's intention, that with every share that I give, that there is some nectar that I can offer that has truly been an instrumental layer of support for me. And I truly hope it is for someone out there watching this. And hopefully that's you. So this is the poem. I've called it, You Are Already Free. You will rise in this moment, beloved, tempted to measure your freedom against a version of you that danced lighter, untethered by the gravity of what you now carry, tiny hands to hold, a home you nurture with your heart, a love that invites two captains, not one. And then those memory fragments arrive unannounced like smoke from an old flame. Photos with your hair kissing the wind, your lips pressed up to a fish you caught under the wild blessing of Pacific waves, laughing back at the one who would one day hold your heart, even when neither of you knew how the story would unfold. You fall to your knees, not in despair, but in reverence for her, that iteration of you who thought she was the most free. And maybe she was. But instead of longing for her life, you gather yourself like a sacred thread. You hold yourself tenderly like a priestess of your own becoming, with awe that this life, chaotic, radiant, tenderly wrecked and holy, is the one you crafted from your very marrow. This is where true freedom sings. Freedom not as an escape, but as deep embodiment, a love you no longer chase, but are, a self you no longer abandon, but root in. This is the magic of stardust remembering itself, the miracle of revolution written in your lineage, the cosmic continuum made flesh in your children, in the love you give, the love you receive, in the love that you are. You are already free. You are wildly, exquisitely loved. And you remembered. This right here is the place. This is the point. This is the holy axis where your answered prayers live. Free, wild, and fully you. The end of the poem. And that will bring us to the end of this video. And I hope that transmission speaks to you as it does to me. And I just want to say thank you so much for being here. And if you're a mama like me in your 40s trying to navigate all of the things, or if you're a human like me trying to navigate all the different aspects of yourself, everyone says love yourself, but we don't always get taught how to know ourselves. And so I just hope through these tiny videos and through your own exploration of the courage it takes to look into the ecosystem within yourself, that you are able to remember with an aspect of you that helps you to keep going, to keep exploring, keep meeting yourself with curiosity and wonder as you would someone you deeply care about, because you are someone worth deeply caring about. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you.